hostile elements.
My. Monumentally impractical. And garishly tacky.
That went out to all our friends in the Office of Hindrance Deterrence and Obviation. Keep on. Those pivotal impediments won't preclude themselves.
Next up. Well, the seers among you already know.
The color of space, a chromospectral analysis. When asked about the average color of space, the famous stellar cartographer Newton Otisgard replied, with no hesitation, beige. To experienced lumen astronomers, his answer was the expected one. But I can already hear the obtuse listener bleating, with their faces contorted into a rictus of ignorance. Wouldn't the average color be black or white, or simply a shade of gray? No, it would not. The answer is rooted in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are no green stars. To understand all of this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication emission theory. The typical piece of non-heated metal absorbs most electromagnetic radiation that falls upon it, including light, infrared, and radio emissions. And the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible part of that reflection is its color. However, most stellar objects generate far more radiation than they absorb, so they can be modeled as an idealized object, which is assumed to absorb 100% of all electromagnetic radiation and re-emit some based on its temperature and composition. Stellar composition determines what packets of light will be emitted, while stellar temperature determines the frequency of light and hence what portion of the spectrum that light is in. Low temperature emission is mostly infrared and not visible to us without proper instrumentation, which I need not describe here. As the stellar body's temperature increases, its emitted light shifts up into visible light, through red, into orange, then yellow, then white. Even rare blue stars exist. These are the hottest stars, emitting mostly blue and invisible ultraviolet light. So why are there no green stars, you wonder? I would think the listeners could easily draw this trivial conclusion for themselves. But if I must... It's because any star emitting green light also emits bluish and or reddish light too, resulting in a non-green star. There is no naturally occurring stellar composition that emits solely packets of green light. In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference. No such evidence of any kind has ever been detected. Let's get back to Newton Otisgard, the famous stellar photographer. The methodology of Otisgard's chromospectral survey is straightforward. He partitioned his astronomical field of view into grids, then tagged each object in every grid. Regions as black would only dim the color and not change its fundamental hue. The light from every galaxy, star, nebula, and quasar was gathered and fed into a central tabulator for computation. Subsequent spectral analysis produced a final answer to within 0.5% of the predicted value. And that result was, more specifically, in the cylindrical coordinate model of color space, 42 degrees.
This window.
Saturation is near
Don't like it.
90%, and the value
These strangers.
is 100%.
Should rip them out. Shatter them.
For novice while the color tends towards white, the addition of a variety of reds and
Yes, yes!
results in a more
Grab an order glass scrawler next outing.
You have it. So go forth, neophytes, and as you study your lessons,
Doubting.
stare at the nondescript
They'll
walls
display us in the staining before we cut them up.
and exult in the knowledge that beige is also the color of ignorance.
Talking to myself now, huh?
Fortificator is...
The informed, sourced, peer-reviewed...
Classroom or laboratory facility, and exult in the knowledge
protocol.
that beige is also
Beginning control for hostile elements.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia.
Fortificator at...
I'll try my next to try it.
Colleagues, please clear the next 1.6.
classroom or laboratory facility, and exult in the knowledge that beige is also the color of ignorance.
Unfriendly nearby.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. They're benumbed.
The following song mentions something your fractions should never be.
Generating primes, techniques, and uses. Good day and welcome again to Advanced.
Classroom or laboratory facility, and exult in the knowledge that beige is also the color of ignorance.
Enemy spotted.
Talking to myself.
Of the order.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Ever wanted to ask the vicar. A listener.
You try to limit further damage, Commander. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Obviously, the supplier was depicted in their propaganda. In any case, for the sake of our
Time, give it! Don't make me ask.
Vitals are in the red, Commander. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Right now, they're benumbed. I'm alive. Who needs to die?
3 years ago. The ranker to go around. We foresaw the concept of nefarious scheming, further vindication of the plan, and our predictive methodologies. You'd think the Protectorate would learn. All they have is their paradigm, a 5-year-old's book report on the plan. Elementary math at best. Just hollow hokum, poorly conceived. I only hope someday our former colleagues realize their miscalculations. When that happens, we will reunite in thought and purpose to solve the universal equation.
Keep put. Much is left to come. Avid followers of our predictive...
There is a strange sort of humor in the onset of the first war in Arcadia's history, within a few days of my being assigned here. As far from protectorate society as possible, Golden Ridge suffers under an invading force, and moreover, it appears that our Order colleagues have betrayed us. At first, I lamented my isolation, but I've realized I was where I needed to be of service. The scores of abandoned subjects need a leader. I have enlisted the staff at these estates to help accept the first influx of still loyal Protectorate refugees. More shall come. I shall lead them out of the shadows and into the light. For the good of the Protectorate. This is my calling.
Proceeding to attack. Yeah.
We verify before we amplify. Axiom denatured protein slab contains exactly the amount of protein your body can process at a given time. Make Axiom your axiom of choice. From the Order of the Ascendant. A roguish comical remark discovered upon a chalkboard. Ance's Choice and the Protectorate both count very little. The Order of the Ascendant counts the most. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
We were once 2 separate points. We had no connection till the end of the order gave us no direction. Then we were parallel lines traveling into infinity, never to meet. Yet such close proximity. And then one day our eyes did meet, and fate set into motion that telltale surge of dopamine and increased oxytocin. So adrift within a hormonal pulsation I shall share with you now. My heart's complex equation.
Diagnose mode disabled. Re-engaging security protocols. Complete. Beginning patrol for hostile elements. Diagnose mode disabled. Re-engaging security protocols. Complete. Beginning patrol for hostile elements.
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
You too can reach the pinnacle of refreshment with Omega Point Tea. Available in standard and recaffeinated versions. A taste this transcendent can only be formulated by the order of the Ascendant.
Humorous hot beverage mug text recently observed, scienticians seek safety in numbers and enlightenment. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
You don't always have to go right for dismemberment, Asa. Consider a more subtle approach. You know, death by 1,000 cuts.
Only 1,000 cuts? I once cut down a skeptic with 1,100 cuts. At least that's when I stopped counting.
The fact that you counted does not make the story less unsettling.
Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you They are useful in problematical cases. partially imaginary. No need for fear, the concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary.
You, the Get and Go guy. Welcome. What can I? Welcome. What?
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near present and future calculations.
Abbot Newell here to impart a message of significant value, conveyed to me by Alexandria Monastery's most trusted conjecturer, Seer Wiley. To all those tossed hither and thither by war's perilous fluctuations, the Order invites you to seek stability and shelter in Matriarch's mercy. I humbly return you now to the previously scheduled program. This is Abbot Newell of Alexandra Monastery, signing off. How was that, Wiley? What? It's still recording? Oh, how do I stop the...
That is all for now. Until next time, keep hail and mind your calculations. Unlike parallel lines, I hope someday we'll meet.
Further beneficial content soon follows. Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper, something your fractions should never be.
You've gathered your data through observation. You're looking for variables with some relation. You've noticed a pattern,
Please tell me there's a damn good reason you're back. Well, I suppose it can't reflect badly on me to simply report the facts. And you have already made me look better in the eyes of the executives. All right, I'll send it. What else do you have for me? Wonderful. I do love a subordinate that can honor their obligations and make me look good. And if you'll leave me, I've got lots left to attend to. But do come back if you can be of any further use to me.
You're back. Please tell me you've had some luck in finding us compression coils. Lovely. Every coil gets us that much closer to safe. Fantastic. That is enough to repair another auto dock. This'll set us up for a long while. Not that many more, and we'll be able to tend to the rest of... Still, if you find any more... Welcome back. Well...
Does it follow the causation? Check them twice. Having an error is never nice.
believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish.
What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order? The Consul tried to kill presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar, but we saw that coming.
Please hurry. I fear for the safety of my... If only Wiley was here to advise me on what to do next.
Thanks to you, our automechanical doctor has been dispensing medication and setting broken limbs with tireless efficiency. Take this. On behalf of the Order and the displaced, I thank you. Now, will there be anything else? My supply...
The meaning of life is numeric, and we are the people.
You were just listening to next week's #1 hit. And now a song from the composer to have 3 well-loved melodies and become allergic to water this year.
The paradigm is a self-centered derivative take on the grand. That's
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight.
It must be unlocked! Watch out for Wiley. He's accounted for everything. He'll know you're coming.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia, this is Grand Plan Wireless. Exactly.
Seer Wiley said I wasn't... He must have predicted I wouldn't fight back. I don't understand.
Asks, who was the charismatic mathematician, and why do we call him thus?
Truly an inquiry for the ages. We know what he was. A progenitor of the Order, the man responsible for elevating it from academic advisory board to a humanity-saving belief system. The answer to who he was is more elusive. No one knows his true name, which is lost in the annals of history. The sobriquet of charismatic mathematician.
Where's the abbot? Why isn't he doing something?
Mathematics. His lectures were known to leave students in tears, on the verge of mental transcendency. Yet the subject of his teachings are outside the scope of today's question. We must respect the process. If anyone wishes to know what the charismatic mathematician actually taught, simply ask, and I will answer in a later installment of Ask a Vicar.
Much is left to come. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
I swear, the more he talks, the more pain it makes me want to inflict on his person.
Yes, dear. Anything on you? May the
Combat problem. Proceeding to attack.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Taking cover.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Finish recharging first. Go for torpification. Have a fit, you've suffered extensive damage. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Mobilizing. Back and scared. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Taking the fight out of them. Mitigating the threat.
episode of Notable Locations of Scientific Inquiry, we travel well outside.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
You are immaterial to advancing the plan.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Those junction boxes look familiar. The N-ray scanner should show how they're wired.
An inhospitable planetoid, only made marginally habitable by our grounding station and electrical dispersion rods. The Elysium moon Praetor is as fascinating to the mind as it is mortiferous to the body. Tidally locked in Elysium's shadow, Praetor suffers a distinct deficit of direct daylight. This unique astronomical arrangement bombards Praetor's surface with low-level N-rays, resulting in a shocking level of atmospheric electricity. I will now pause for a moment to let you appreciate my intentional pun. Available for review in this episode's transcripts footnotes in case it escaped your attention. Moving on. Only heavily adapted predatory fauna eke out a brutal existence here, relying on their mesmerizing patterns of bioluminescence. We Homo sapiens should ostensibly
found another one. Damn it. I knew there'd be a high probability.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
Taking cover!
A network of lightning rods.
Check your scope for combatant analysis.
I will implore my life or avenge my death.
Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic.
Excessive electrical activity in the atmosphere.
One station. Back and scan.
Estimate the system is civil.
Gun weapon ready, Commander. Adversary vulnerable.
Advance.
In the network.
I'm
a
alive.
Convenient
Who
method
needs to
for hostile life forms poking around where they are